Welcome back to the Hennisphere, everyone. Another awesome video for you today because Six Flags Fiesta Texas has shared with us some exciting news, and this might interest you if you live in San Antonio. So on Facebook a couple days ago, they put out a post that I've never seen before. They are doing a casting call, kind of like a tryout, if you will, for full-time ride mechanics. I've seen this for Fright Fest auditions and other holiday events, and I've seen it for the beginning of summer with a lot of the part-time or seasonal jobs, lifeguards, food attendants, cashiers, all kinds of stuff, but never for a full-time position like this. So here's what the post says in its entirety. Looking for a full-time career with great pay, benefits, and growth opportunities? Join us at our upcoming maintenance open casting call at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas! Exclamation point, really happy emoji. Dates are July 10th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or July 15th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Green check mark. We have on-the-spot job offers, benefits, reimbursement programs, and more! Exclamation point, hammer and wrench emoji. Bring your skills and discover why Six Flags Fiesta Texas is a great place to build your career. We can't wait to see you! Exclamation point. Hashtag Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So this post is very interesting because, like I said, I haven't seen it, but mostly because this is my old job. This is what I used to do for a living at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I can shed some light on this and tell you what it's like. So normally I would tell you, first off, if you wanted to know more, you could go to the website. However, when I went to the website and I looked at the jobs, which I'm showing you here how to get to, go on Park Info, then click Jobs, and disregard this little message from my Mac. Click Accept if you want, and then find the Fiesta Texas Park by looking in the location name. There you go. Yeah, right there. Select Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and it will bring up all of the jobs. Full-time, part-time, seasonal, they're all here. And normally, the full-time ride mechanic position is posted here, and it even tells you the pay range. But unfortunately, as I scrolled through, I found that it is no longer there, which is, I guess, a good thing because they're doing this hiring event in person. So instead, I went to the Six Flags Over Texas page to find out if they had mechanic positions available, because I assumed that it would show some of the similar things like the job duties and whatnot. And I did find it there at Over Texas. So here's what you should know if you are considering going and trying out in person. It does say that they want 1 to 2 years of maintenance experience, and if you don't have any experience, I mean, it's not the end of the world. If you know how to use a lot of hand tools like 1/4 inch, 3/8 or 1/2 inch ratchets and sockets and impacts, that's a really good start right there. You would be using a lot of other tools, but like it says, you must be able to lift 50 pounds. You must be able to go up a lot of flights of stairs and back down every day. You're going to be working outside a lot, and that is kind of the gist of it. Now, if you do go and you end up getting an offer, they may have you do a physical. And from my experience, the physical was very in-depth. I went to a different location that's more of a physical therapy place, and they had me do all kinds of tests, picking things up, monitoring like my grip strength, climbing up and down ladders, walking across beams while holding stuff at my side to make sure my balance was okay. And they did all of this while monitoring my heart rate. And it was actually difficult. You really had to watch your heart rate, because if you went above a certain BPM for a certain amount of time, you would fail. So luckily, I passed, and I got to work at Six Flags Fiesta Texas as a ride mechanic full-time. Most jobs at theme parks are part-time or seasonal, so this is a heck of an opportunity to get your foot in the door into the amusement park industry. And I'm sure this would be a dream come true for most of you. So what you should know is that the biggest part of the job that might be difficult for some people to get over is the elements. You're going to be outside for a long time, and you definitely should apply sunscreen every day. Make sure you hydrate. Other things that you should know that was not listed there in that job posting from Six Flags Over Texas, that is always in the job posting when it's posted under Fiesta Texas, is that you do get some reimbursements for your boots, because it's a good idea to wear steel-toed boots. Not sure about composite toe, but you also need tools. You have to provide your own tools. And they do have a tool truck that comes around, but it's a little pricey. It's probably best if you buy your own tools for this job. If you already have your own tools, you're probably set. You will have to bring them to work every day, or you can get a toolbox and keep your tools in a toolbox at work. Either way. But this is a wonderful opportunity for anyone that loves theme parks or is a coaster nerd like I am. I worked as a ride mechanic for about 2 years. It was very rewarding. I got to learn how the roller coasters are put together. You get to disassemble things, put things back together. You are mainly inspecting the ride on a daily basis. There's not usually anything wrong that has to be repaired. A lot of the repair work that happens is during the annual maintenance, and that is at a different building inside the park. It doesn't happen at the individual rides themselves. So you've probably seen some insight into this kind of work through other YouTube channels or behind the scenes looks at like Six Flags Magic Mountain or Cedar Point. This park is no different. It's just on a little bit smaller scale. But if you are someone that is mechanically inclined and you like theme parks, definitely go for it. Show up in person. I think the biggest question everyone has is, where exactly do you go? I think you go to the employment center, which is to the left of the entrance. If you are looking right at the flagpoles and the entrance sign, like you're about to go through security to enter the park, to the left, kind of far down, there is another building for employees, and it says Employment Center on the top of that building. It is on the other side of the drop-off lane, so way off to the left past the end of Chupacabra. That, I believe, is where this hiring event is. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. today, right now, or Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it said you might get offered the job on the spot. I think that's amazing. I love that. That's so quick. That's so fast. The park looks like they're hiring at least a couple of ride mechanics. I don't think there's just one spot available. It sounds like there's multiple spots available. So if you wanted to work for Six Flags, you want to work on roller coasters, this is for you. Stay tuned for more videos. That was another day in the Hennisphere.